Good morning. It is Friday, August 8th. Here's what we're working on this morning. Niagara Police are appealing for new information in the murder of a St. Catharines woman 15 years ago.
Hundreds of cyclists are starting a big ride in Hamilton this morning to see 3 Great Lakes in 8 days.
And from wildcard entry to winner, we'll have highlights of Victoria Mboko's huge week at the National Bank Open. Oh, if only there were another big win last night.
Yeah.
Hamilton Ticats lost. Kudos to this guy. Yeah. You got home.
What did I do?
Well, you're
I managed
here.
to get home and wake up this morning. That's what I did.
At home before midnight, just before midnight.
Just before midnight, 2:30 alarm, and here I am.
Wow, how many alarms did you set?
2. There's always an emergency alarm.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
I've not once gotten to the emergency alarm yet.
Okay,
good for you.
I'm sure.
Knock wood.
Right here. Yeah.
There we go.
Exactly. Yeah. Well done.
Yes.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, it wasn't in a winning.
But it went into overtime.
Yes.
Yeah, overtime.
We'll get them next time.
That makes it even later for you.
Yes.
Yes.
I was cursing under my breath. Let me tell
I
you.
can imagine you were. I can imagine.
Do you want to run out in the field and go, come on?
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
Would you get this over with, please? I gotta go to bed. All right, we got Friday happening here.
Yes.
Yay! And we've got a nice, almost a clear sky, almost a full moon. That moon is beautiful this morning. The sun isn't up yet. The sun is sleeping in for another about 17 minutes from now. So the sun's getting later and later to get up, but we will see some sun. But once again, it's going to be hazy sunshine for the day today. That smoke in the atmosphere lingers. And we are going to ramp up the heat a little bit. We're going to hit 29 degrees today with a humidex of 37, and then it's going to get hot as we go through another August weekend. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Traffic this morning, nothing going on the 403 and Waterdown Road area. Looks good as far as our exclusive camera is concerned. That's not a problem. To some MTO traffic cameras and just a few Nikola Tesla Boulevard, so Toronto bound to the Skyway heading away from us. Top of the Skyway still moving nicely and a little bit busier here than the other side. Toronto bound lanes coming towards us at third line. Nothing there either. So weather and traffic in a few minutes for you. Right now, the news.
Okay, thanks very much, Brian. Well, Niagara Police are appealing for information in a murder case from 15 years ago. 76-year-old Livia Behrens died a day after a fire at her St. Catharines home. That fire was on August 4th, 2010. Firefighters could hear her calling for help in the basement, where she was bound with zip ties and couldn't escape. Those ties at the time were mainly sold through distributors and commonly used in the electrical industry. Detectives believe the suspect brought the tie wrap cable ties with them to the house. Niagara Police say someone has information that will play a key role in arresting the suspect or suspects.
A former school bus driver in Niagara Falls now faces more than 80 sexual assault charges dating from 1991 to last year. 53-year-old Todd Williston has a bail hearing this morning in St. Catharines. Niagara Police say 16 victims, 14 male, 2 female, were between 8 and 17 years of age at the time of the alleged offenses. They believe there may be other victims who haven't come forward. Williston used the online aliases and account names Doug Williston, Todd Helms, Uncle Doug, Plebber, Chubby Todd, and Snake Den.
A man's been charged with first-degree murder in the shooting death of an innocent bystander on Hamilton Mountain earlier this year. 21-year-old Harmsingrat Randhawas was standing near a bus stop on Upper James on Hamilton Mountain the night of April 17th. The international student at Mohawk College was on her way to work when she was hit by a stray bullet and died later in hospital. Investigators believe at least 7 people were involved in the dispute that led to her death.
The investigation is still ongoing, and we will do everything in our power to identify, locate, and arrest all these people that are involved in this death.
32-year-old Jerdane Foster was arrested this week in Niagara Falls. He's been charged with first-degree murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. The 30th annual Great Waterfront Trail Adventure kicks off this morning in Hamilton. Participants are going to visit 3 Great Lakes within 8 days. Simone Gavros joins us from Mohawk College, where registration is starting this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Annette. Well, riders are going to start here at Mohawk College anytime now. And that's going to be in actually a couple hours or so. And they're going to be reaching 3 of the Great Lakes starting over the course of 8 days. They're going to be in Lake Ontario, Lake Huron, and Lake Erie. And in total, it's going to be about 640 kilometers long over the course of these 8 days. This is going to be a brand new course. And of course, this is an annual course that's happening every single year. But organizers say it's going to be a challenging one. The stops along the way are in Guelph, Goderich, Grand Bend, London, and Port Stanley, with the finish line looping all the way back in Hamilton. Now, daily riding routes range from 30 kilometers to 153, along with some other activities along the way. Drivers are reminded that you will likely see an increase in cyclists on the roads in Hamilton, including downtown and along York Boulevard. CAA's tips for sharing the road include leaving at least 1 meter of space between vehicles and a cyclist, and checking your mirrors and blind spots before changing lanes or turning. Now, registration here will be starting at 9 a.m. before those cyclists head on their 8-day adventure. For now, things back over to you, Rick.
Okay, we'll get to Rick in just a second. Well, thousands of people helped to celebrate one of Hamilton's most accomplished athletes, NBA superstar Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It was Shai Rally Day yesterday at Hamilton Stadium, honoring the 27-year-old All-Star after a standout season. Hamilton Mayor Andrea Horvath presented Shai with the key to the city, recognizing his achievements and the impacts on the community. He was also gifted a personalized street sign, which he'll be able to place anywhere in Hamilton he's chosen on Mohawk Road. During the ceremony, Gilgeous-Alexander spoke to fans about staying grounded and explained why he's never forgotten where he came from.
Hamiltonians carry a different sense of grit, determination, pride, and energy than the rest of the province. And honestly, I couldn't shy away from that. I carry that with me every day and everywhere I go.
Now, the last time Hamilton awarded a key to the city was in 1998. It was given to WWE legend Stone Cold Steve Austin. So now it's gone to a hometown hero.
Absolutely, and well-deserved. Time for Sportsline, and Canada officially has a new Queen of the Courts. Burlington's Victoria Mboko won her first WTA Tour title last night with a stunning comeback victory over 4-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka. The 18-year-old Mboko dropped the first set before storming back for a 2-6, 6-4, 6-1 victory in the final of the National Bank Open in Montreal. She joins Bianca Andreescu in 2019 and Faye Urban in 1969 as the only Canadians to win their home event in the Open era. And the victory pushes Mboko to number 25 in the world. Osaka has not won a tournament since the 2021 Aussie Open.
I want to thank every single one of you who came to support me throughout this whole week. You guys were incredible, and I couldn't be more grateful. Montréal, je vous aime.
Mboko improved to 53-9 this season and earned $752,000 for the win. That eclipses her career earnings of $458,000. Ben Shelton beat Karen Kachinoff 6-7, 6-4, 7-6 in the men's final in Toronto. Well, as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end, and that's what happened to the Ticats' 6-game winning streak. On the same day when Hamilton honored the incredible year that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had, the Ticats started well when rookie Isaiah Wooden returned a punt for an 84-yard touchdown to give Hamilton a 7-3 lead in the first quarter. Lions quarterback Nathan Rourke threw touchdowns to Javon Catoy and James Butler to give BC a 20-14 edge early in the third quarter, before Hamilton stormed back. Levi Mitchell tossing touchdowns to Giovanni Robinson, Shamar Bridges, and Keandre Smith. And after each team put up 10 points in the fourth quarter, we were tied at 38-38, so we needed overtime.
Lawler in motion to the left. Mitchell looking that way. Deflected but caught by Tim White coming back to the ball. It comes out. It's BC's ball.
Tim White's fumble in OT led to a game-winning 20-yard field goal by Sean White as the Lions clipped the Ticats 41-38 and snapped Hamilton's 6-game winning run and drops the record to 6-3. The PGA Tour's FedEx Cup playoffs are underway with the St. Jude Championship in Memphis, where Akshay Bhatia shot an opening round 8 under 62. He has a one-shot lead over Tommy Fleetwood. Nick Taylor is the top Canadian at 3 under, while Dundas's Mackenzie Hughes carded a 1 over. Wearing special Niagara Lawncocks uniforms, Thomas Green homered and drove in 3 runs as the Welland Jackfish clinched the 3rd straight Inter-County League pennant with a 10-0 win over Brantford. Teodoro Ortega struck out 8 batters over 6 scoreless innings to improve to 7-1 as Welland won their 5th game in a row. It was Backyard Chickens night at Welland Stadium last night, where fans were encouraged to wear chicken costumes in an attempt to break a Guinness World Record. There is no word if they actually got into the record book. Still with the strange stuff on the Diamonds, the Brooklyn Cyclones minor league baseball team recently held its annual Seinfeld Night promotion, where an Elaine dance contest stole the show. The event invited contestants to perform the cringe dance by Elaine Bennis in the season 8 episode of Little Kicks. Major League Baseball shared a video on social media that shows dancers of all ages, many in Elaine cosplay, trying the dance described by George Costanza as, quote, a full-body dry heave set to music. New York-based actress Olivia Vessel won the contest.
What was I just looking at? What? Okay. All right. Hey, it's Friday. It's 12 minutes after 6 o'clock. Sun's not up yet. We will see some hazy sunshine for the day today, but we'll talk about that in a sec. First of all, 403 Waterdown Road area. We had construction there earlier. It is gone, so that is cleared. Things are moving nicely there now. Into St. Catharines. We'll start there, come around the rest of the horseshoe, and we're not seeing an awful lot as far as volume or problems. QEW Martindale looks good. Same with Nikola Tesla Boulevard. 403 Junction at Brant Street, nothing. Ford Plant doing fine in both directions all the way through at Etobicoke Creek. Yep, nothing on the road so far today. All right, let's get to the temperature. Temperature this morning has just fallen a degree. Quite frequently happens. 18 degrees right now. Winds are very light, kind of like yesterday morning, south at 9. Relative humidity is climbing, and we do have a partly cloudy sky, even though the sun's not up yet. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt by saying the sky is partly cloudy. Now, the air quality risk for the day today is now bumped up into the moderate category. Out of 5 is what they were listed as for the day today. So what we have is a clear area across southern Ontario, but it's not going to be clear. It's going to be hazy once again due to all the smoke. But that southerly flow is going to continue. Little instability around in some areas for the day tomorrow, but it's only a chance of a shower or thunderstorm to the west of us. But today, 30 for Niagara, 29 to 30 for the rest of the horseshoe. There's that little bit of instability pushing in to Kitchener and Guelph that could linger into tomorrow. But tonight, temperature mild, anywhere from 18 to 19 to 21. It'll be hazy, and tonight is the full moon, actually, even though it looked full throughout the overnight hours last night. And then tomorrow, again, hazy sunshine, but look at that temperature bump up. We start our heat wave, temperatures in the 30s for tomorrow, Sunday, into Monday as well. So 3 days into the 30s. So out the door, 8th morning of August already, partly cloudy, winds are light, temperature right now sitting at 18, and of course the long-range forecast coming up. Annette, right.
Okay, right after the break, we are going to say good morning to Emily with a preview of what's to come in Chit Chat. Some interesting topics today. And in business news, grocery chains in Ontario may pull wine and beer off the shelves in January. We'll tell you why coming up. Say good morning to Emily. What's coming up in Chit Chat?
That was like the most awkward beginning ever.
Just because the conversation we were having in commercial break, which we will get to.
Yes.
It's so good. Okay. Serious tone now. South Park creators continue their very serious and sarcastic takedown of the Trump administration with their newest episode. Kristen Scott and Scarlett Johansson reunite 27 years later in a brand new movie. And later this morning, New Yorkers are latching, onto a new ice cream flavor that has some of us a little squeamish.
Hence the awkward beginning.
Yes. I think we can replace the word little with a lot squeamish.
I think it's great.
Hey.
We shall discuss.
Yes.
I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you. In business news, let's discuss overseas trading numbers right now. The Canadian dollar is up 13 basis points to 72.84 cents U.S. Gold's up more than $30 an ounce. Remember, it is a safe haven investment. And crude is 22 cents higher to $64.10 a barrel. Checking midday trading in Europe. Markets are down a bit in London and Frankfurt, up a bit in Paris.
Over in Asia, markets were up in Tokyo, but down in Hong Kong and Shanghai. And on North American markets, the TSX lost 159 points yesterday. The Dow dropped 224. The Nasdaq gained 73 points.
Ontario's biggest grocery chains are threatening to stop selling wine and beer unless the province changes plans for a new bottle return system. Toronto Star reports that Costco, Loblaw, Metro, Sobeys and Walmart may hand back their alcohol license when the new rules take effect January 1st. The Retail Council of Canada says the cost and complexity of managing bottle returns may make it too difficult to continue selling alcohol under the new system. It comes as the beer store, which handles most bottle returns in the province, closes several locations after the province expanded the sale of beer, wine, cider, and ready-to-drink cocktails to convenience stores and more grocery stores.
Statistics Canada is set to publish new jobs data for July this morning. A Reuters poll of economists expects the economy added more than 13,000 jobs last month, but that the unemployment rate increased to 7%. This follows a June jobs report that showed an unexpected gain of 83,000 positions. The Bank of Canada will be watching the data carefully after it opted to hold the benchmark interest rate steady at 2.75% last week for a third consecutive decision. Ontario's premier was back on American television saying Donald Trump's tariffs will have a huge negative impact on Americans.
I would much rather, work with our greatest ally and closest friend and increase jobs in both countries, and we can do that. We'd be the two strongest nations in the world economically. That's our goal, but unfortunately, President Trump doesn't want to go down that avenue. He wants to hurt the American people, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Doug Ford says 37,000 people in the U.S. have lost their jobs since April due to tariffs, a number President Trump disputes.
Toyota says new U.S. tariffs are going to cost it nearly $10 billion U.S. in profits. The Wall Street Journal reports the world's largest automaker also projects that its net profit is going to fall by 44% this fiscal year. Toyota's announcement comes amid higher tariffs on vehicles that are coming into the United States, as well as higher tariffs on parts, steel, and aluminum. Grouped all together, the world's top 10 automakers project that their net profit will fall to their lowest level since the pandemic of 2020.
All right, we're going to take a quick time out. Brian is going to be back with traffic and your 7-day weather forecast. Stay with us.
6:23 on the 8th morning of August, more importantly, Friday. And yes, well, we do have one problem. It's not on the QEW, it's on the ramp from the westbound QEW to Winston Churchill. They've focused the camera on the intersection there at Winston Churchill. We have a disabled vehicle. That's really all it is. They've got a tow truck on the scene, and that should be gone pretty soon. Otherwise, not a lot going on at Glendale, St. Catharines. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge looks good, third line, and then even dipping into the 403 at here, Ontario. No problems on the roads right now. Temperature right now sitting at 18 degrees for Hamilton, 21 Mississauga, 22 Grimsby, 23 for Toronto. Seasonal temperatures for this time of year really haven't changed in quite a while. 26 for the daytime high, 15 for the overnight low. Those are our sun times and records for today. And yeah, we're expecting another hazy, sunny day today. And that's a look at the smoke for today, for Friday. As you can see, it's going to stay across the horseshoe and even up into eastern Ontario, clearing a little bit as you go back into Michigan, but still that smoke is going to stay with us in southern Ontario. So today, temperature 29, feeling like 37, a little stickier today, hazy sunshine. Down to 19 tonight, just a few clouds, so it should be a good view of the full moon tonight. Tomorrow, we start the heat wave. Sorry, I'm doing Martha and the Vandellas there. 31 degrees, feeling like 39 tomorrow, hazy, 32 Sunday, 31 on Monday. Hey, there's a chance of a shower, and we do need some showers possible Monday, Tuesday, even into Wednesday. That's your forecast. Annette, right?
Okay, so as Brian mentioned, the moon will be full tomorrow. In August, this is called a sturgeon moon.
Earth Sky says it will be at its fullest at around 3:55 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. And if getting up in the wee hours isn't for you, don't worry, a NASA scientist says it will appear to be full for a few days. Now, as to why it's called the sturgeon moon, it's because it marks the time of year when sturgeon fish are most readily caught. Indigenous communities in Canada refer to the lunar as the flying up moon, denoting the time of year when young birds are learning to fly. Those living in the northern Great Plains call it the Black Cherries moon to mark when cherries are becoming ripe. It's pretty interesting stuff.
It's beautiful no matter how you look at it. Actually, this morning when I was coming in, I caught a reflection of it off the glass of our building.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so pretty.
Yes, I noticed it at the Ticats game last night. You can know it was clear as day. It was a pretty clear sky and a nice bright moon in the sky. Stay with us. More to come after the break here on Morning Live. Good morning. That was gorgeous. It was big too.
It was huge. Yeah.